Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to read the 5th book. Well, we're going to start chapter 1 of the 5th book, Nanook, the Snow Monster. Yes. Chapter 1, The Northern Quest begins. Just don't have my drink out there because it's in a glass. And I can't put glasses in here because the floor is carpet in here. Delicious. Alright. Of all the places our beast quest has taken us, Tom said, this must be the most amazing. He stood still and stared out at the icy wastes. They stretched into the distance, as far as the eye could see. Bright shimmering white under a sky of vivid blue. It was late afternoon, and the sun was strong. It's very bleak, Helena said, shivering. But it is beautiful, too. Her petal of silver pressed up to her, his gray fur speckled with snowflakes and studded with tiny icicles. She hugged him, grateful for the warmth of his body against her legs. I'll check the map and see how much further we have to go, Tom announced. He pulled the well-worn scroll that Wizard Eldor had given him from his pocket. His stallion Storm stood like a coal-black shadow against the whiteness all around, and gave a soft whine as Tom patted his neck. Tom and Elena could not ride him on the ice fields. His hooves kept slipping on the snow and ice, so their journey had been slow. Well, close to the northernmost edge of Aventia. We must be nearly at the end of the trail, Tom pointed to the red glowing path on the map that showed them their route. This was no ordinary map. It had magical powers and had been given to him by Wizard Eldor, special advisor to the king. The map had already guided Tom and Elena to 4 different places on their secret quest to rid the kingdom of the deadly threat of the beasts. All his life, Tom had heard the stories of the beasts, legendary creatures that dwelled in the deepest corners of the kingdom, protecting Aventia and helping it to prosper. When he was a small child growing up with his aunt and uncle, he used to think they were fairy tales. He'd certainly never met a beast, but Then he'd never laid eyes on his father. But then he'd never laid eyes on his father Teledon either. Tom still wondered if he'd ever meet his father. Foreshadowing there? Not in a way you guys would think. Fourth series of books hinting there? Probably. Yeah, probably there. But at least he knew that the beasts were real. Melville, the Dark Wizard, had enslaved them with an evil curse and was using them to spread terror and destruction across the land. One special person had to take on the quest to free the beasts and save the kingdom from ruin. King Hugo and Wizard Eldor had chosen Tom. He was determined not to let them down. He had set off with only Storm, his sword and his shield for protection. But soon he had met Elena and Silver, and they'd joined him on his quest. Without them, Tom knew he would never have made it this far. Together they had freed 4 beasts from Melville's curse. And now they were in search of the 5th, Nanook, the snow monster. Many of the rare herbs used in Aventia's medicine grew only in the icy northern plains, but without Nanook's protection, the nomads that lived there could not grow or gather them. Slowly the kingdom was running out of medicine. Tom knew they had to find the snow monster and free her. While there's blood in my veins, he thought, I will not give up. We'd better get going, said Elena, studying the map over his shoulder. She pointed to a small cluster of tiny tents which stood up from the parchment, quivering slightly in the freeze. It looks as if there is a nomad's camp nearby. Perhaps we can stay the night there. I'm so tired I could sleep standing up. Me too, said Tom. Let's go. As they set off across the ice once more, Tom leading Storm by his bridle, Elena and Silver following. A sharp gust of wind blew up suddenly, making them all shiver. Tom quickened his step. Come on, the sooner we're somewhere dry and warm, the better. Then the Silver stopped and barked twice loudly. Elena crouched beside him. What's wrong, boy? He asked. Tom saw the wolf's eyes narrow. A growl was boiling in the back of his throat. Perhaps he can sense something, Tom said. The wolf was often the first to smell danger. A stronger blast of wind whipped at their clothes. This time it didn't die down. Within minutes it was screaming towards them. and tiny shards of snow and ice stung their skin. Don't tell me there's a snowstorm building up, Helena yelled over the wind. A moment ago, the skies were clear blue and sunny. Not anymore, Tom shouted. Now the sky overhead was dark gray and wild with driven snow. We must keep going and reach that camp. But with the sun blotted out by snow and cloud, he suddenly realized they had no way of getting their breathing. Bearings. The map was useless. I think it was this way, said Tom, turning into the thick gray and white haze, trying not to panic. He could barely keep his eyes open for the stinging snow. Or was it the other way? I'm not sure, said Elena, as the storm grew fiercer around them. But we'll have to find shelter quickly, or we won't stand a chance in this blizzard. And that was chapter 1 of Nanook the Snow Monster. Well, they got themselves into the northern parts of Aventia and ran into a snow blizzard, apparently. Hear them arriving at the snowy plains, I think. Yeah, there's snow all around them. And here they trying to walk in the blizzard that has approached suddenly. I smell a bit of Melville's doing there. Or just bad luck in general. Just bad luck in general. Yeah. The northern parts of Aventia are very, very snowy. The northern mountains are very snowy. And icy plains. Yeah, they're very snowy. You can snow 1 minute to the next, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my read through Nanook the Snow Monster. This is the 5th book in the series. I can't believe we're almost done with the first series. All that's left is Nanook and Epos. Epis? I think it's Epis. I think. The giant flame bird phoenix. They call it a flame bird, but it's obviously a phoenix. So, alright, I hope you guys enjoy my videos so far. And I hope I will see you in the next one. Alright. See ya. Bye.